Back in the mid-90s, I was a wellness director of a YMCA in Middle Tennessee, and struggling with life-controlling issues that I'd kept secret in isolation for years and years and years. And if you would have met me back then, you would have met a person who was very physically fit, seemed like a very nice man, even seemed like I had it all together, but secretly on the inside, in bondage to things that were just killing me. And I had went through a divorce, which was because of my addictions and my issues. And I hit bottom, as they say. And at that point, I just didn't see any way out. I'd hired a gentleman from Willow Creek Church, a pastor. He'd come to Nashville to plant a church, and he needed a part-time job while he was building his church. And so I'd never met a minister who loved to work out as much as I did. And so he and I became very close friends, and I hired him to work for me in the Wellness Center. And he and I became very close friends. And he was the first human being I ever confided in my secrets. And they say we're only as sick as our secrets. And so he gave me a book. The book he gave me is called Power to Choose, which is the 12 Steps with Jesus Christ. And it introduced me to my Savior. It introduced me a small group process, but mostly it led me to a path to freedom and transformation. And that's how it all began for me. And so I started doing small groups of the 12 steps in the YMCA about 1996 when it began. And it just grew and it grew, and I won a scholarship for that work through the National YMCA. I got to go to some seminary, do some work, and just was learning so much about how God sets us free. With all that information was coming in, I saw how God was restoring lives through our small groups. And so in the year 2000, through the YMCA in Middle Tennessee, we started Restore Ministries. And from our first group of 10, I would say at the end of last year, we probably had over 20-some thousand participants go through our small groups in Middle Tennessee. And then I got an opportunity about 10 years ago through Thomas Nelson Publishers to write some books. And I wrote a curriculum, a series called Journey to Freedom, specifically to help people enter that process of change to find freedom from the different places of bondage. And that has since really grown. And so that's what I do. For almost the last 20 years, I've been leading small groups through YMCAs, prisons, churches, through our Journey to Freedom, helping people find that freedom.